What's happening, boxing fans? It is Dr. Bring It. What's going on? It is Tuesday, April 21st. How's everyone going? Obviously, the entire world is in a lockdown, quarantine, because of this COVID-19 coronavirus that is pretty much affecting the entire world right now. We are in a lockdown here in New Jersey, New York area, trying to figure out how we're going to bring people back into the workforce, open up the economy again. People are getting stir crazy. As you can see, a lot of people putting out videos because they're locked in their house. So everyone's starting to get really tired of it. But I'll tell you, being in New Jersey and in the New York area, we are at a very, very big hot spot when it comes to the coronavirus infections. There's been a lot of people, and unfortunately, even in my immediate circle, there's been a lot of death, a lot of people dying. So needless to say, New Jersey, New York has been hit the most, and why that is it because we are one of the most densely populated states in the entire nation? Possibly, or is it maybe because we have maybe a huge fighting spirit, in the sense that nobody can keep people inside. People are less likely to listen. Maybe. I mean, nobody likes being told what to do, right? Nobody likes being told to just stay in, stay put. Just think about it. In New York City, you got all these high-rises, buildings, condos, and you're going to tell a set of parents not only that they cannot go to work, now they have to stay in, and their kids are going to be cooped up. You know how much energy these kids have inside? I have 3 myself, and thank goodness I have a situation where, I can have the kids leave the house and go outside and run around the yard. Obviously, we could shoot basketball here. But in the city, you can't really do that. In a high-rise, you can't just tell the kids, why don't you go outside? And then what are they going to do? Go downstairs and run amok like out in the streets? In some cases, sure. But if you got little kids, you're stuck. You're stuck. So anyway, I can definitely empathize for people who can't stay in. But we're trying here. But soon enough, we're going to get over the hump, and we're going to get through this. Now, once, obviously, once the vaccinations comes out, and then also summertime comes, people are going to start spending more time. Vitamin D levels are going to be coming up. People are going to be more, or rather less susceptible of getting sick because they're getting their vitamin D boost. So whatever side you might be, either an anti-vaxxer or you believe in vaccinations, we're going to do what we do. The world will soon, eventually, come back somewhat to normal. I think maybe the new norm is going to be the masks walking around. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So anyway, just wanted to make this video because I'm hearing about Devin Haney saying stuff like, I'm not gonna lose to any white boy. All right. Now, obviously, when you hear things like that, obviously you can't help but say ooh, that sounded kind of racist, right? There's a lot of commentaries out there trying to either say that he's racist or defend him and say, no, it's not racist. What I say about this is that obviously let's talk about, there is a double standard going on. A black person or a person of color saying that about a white person, for some reason, people of color are sort of get the pass. They're allowed to say things like that without getting completely pummeled for it, right? Of course, they're going to receive some sort of criticism, right? But obviously, if a white person says that about a black person, if let's say a white person says, I'm not losing to no black person ever in my entire life, you know what kind of uproar that would be? That would be absolutely unacceptable. Now, why? Why is it that people of color can say those things about white people? Why? Is it obvious? Yeah, it might be obvious. Slavery, oppression, all of these things. Okay? Me personally, I'm a person of color. I'm Filipino. I grew up here in the States though, but I would never say anything like that. I think that would be really irresponsible for me to actually say that. Oh, I'm not losing to no white person. Why would I say that? Why would it have to be about black and white? Unless, of course, I was watching another commentary out there, who of which I have a lot of respect for, Showbiz, the adult. So I give Showbiz a shout out. But he was sort of mansplaining about Devin Haney kind of proving his blackness to other black people. That's what kind of his point was. It was not necessarily as a diss to white people, but more so to prove his blackness to his own community. Fine. You know what? I accept that. Whatever. But again, Showbiz had said that it's not that Devin Haney was racist, it's that he was immature. I agree with that. You know, just because people say and do things that kind of teeter on that borderline of racism, doesn't necessarily make them racist. Just think about it. We live in a world today, now if you do something, people just point the finger and be like, oh, you're racist, man. No. Why does it have to boil down to that? That person could just be a jerk. That person could just be immature. Not necessarily racist. So, anyway, I honestly don't think Devin Haney is necessarily racist either. I think he's just foolish and careless for saying something like that. But again, we just saw the clip of him saying it. We're not really sure like what he's going through, the circumstances that kind of brought him to that point in his life to express those thoughts. We really don't know what's happening because that, of course, matters. The context in which a person does things. That's the problem with the media today. The problem with media is that they'll take a snippet of an interview and they'll edit it and then show that little clip, not showing what had happened before. All the events that kind of transpired to lead up to that certain point. That stuff is lost. So what happens is whoever's showing it, whoever's showing that piece of media now has the luxury of putting a clickbait headline so that people could click it and now their ratings go up. It's all about ratings. It's not really about the truth. So obviously the people out there in the boxing world, and then they're going to see a headline that says Devin Haney racist. Headlines. And then they're going to pull in Mayweather's name in there. Oh, Devin Haney and Mayweather showing off their money. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there who are haters, okay? I personally, I'm not really a big believer. If I ever had that kind of money, I don't think I'd be out there, you know. Again, it's a marketing trick, right? So, again, let's be real here. Let's grow up. I don't think Devin Haney is any more racist than any other black boxers out there. It's okay to have pride in your culture. I have pride of being Filipino. But again, I want to keep it real. I want Manny Pacquiao to win and beat black fighters, Mexican fighters, white fighters. I don't care who his opponents are. I'm going to enjoy it. And obviously, the more he wins, the more proud I am as a Filipino to be like, yes, a fellow Filipino made it out there. Is that racist? No, it's just taking pride in where you come from. That's okay. So again, even Devin Haney, being an African American, he is allowed to show pride in his culture. It's okay. But again, I do feel for and sympathize for whites. The fact that they can't celebrate in their whiteness as much as people of color can celebrate in their culture. Why? The obvious. So let me know what you guys think of your thoughts about this situation. Those are my thoughts about Devin Haney. And that's it. But anyway, I'm gonna do another video right after this one, and I'm gonna talk about the two of them fighting between Devin Haney and Lomachenko. So until then, let me know what you guys think about this silly situation. Talk to you soon.